Hello everybody, CroffStudios here, and I am here with a very new Hobbit set review. I am here with set 79012, the Merc Wood Elf Army. This is 276 pieces, retails for $29.99 here in the USA, and it contains 6 minifigures and a Warg. So let's go on straight to our box. Get the front of our box, and there's a quick look at the back of your box. You get one instruction manual, and when you go to the end of this manual, have some advertisements. Well, obviously the checklist, because they always include checklists. There is a website ad, and there's Azog and stuff. Then there's some other ads for other sets. Then there's Hobbit video game ad, and then, yeah, same thing. And then there's the Screaming Kid that is on every single manual ever. So, let's go on to our minifigures. Take a look at the minifigures. Let's actually look at these extra pieces. So, there's really barely any extra pieces in the set, but you do get a nice dagger as an extra piece, so I really like that. So now let's go on to our minifigures. Start off our minifigures here is one of the Gundabad orcs, and you get 2 of these in the set, except the other one is wielding one of these and does not have his armor. Now, I wish they would have included the head pieces, but it's fine, I guess. You know, they've been doing it a lot in these sets. You can see the front printing is pretty cool, and I like the heads more on these ones. The armor piece is very cool, but it doesn't really do much protection. Then you can see the back printing's pretty nicely detailed. Then he does include a spear, and what I like about these new spears is that they're not rounded at the bottom anymore. They're actually flattened out, so you can stick them in, like, I don't know, you can have them, like, stick on studs and stuff like that better. So you can see this. He looks pretty cool. I like these a lot more than the old orcs we got, and they're, like, a lot more detailed and cooler looking with the face printing and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. I like the figure. So let's go on to our next minifigure. The Merc Wood Elf, and you get one of these in the set. Well, the other 2 are actually archers, but this is the one with the hair, which is pretty cool. I like him. He has the same exact printing as the archers, which I will show in a second. Get a nice head there. It's actually different than the archers. So, taking off his hair. Let's take a look at his back printing. You can see that, and you can see his other head. And also, you do get these very detailed shields, which I really like. And you get 2 of those in the set. I wish they would have maybe included one for each of the figures, but who cares? It's still cool. I like the figure. And you can see you get these very cool Prince of Persia daggers. And then, of course, like of always, something has to fail on this thing. It always has to fail once in a while. The spinner always fails. At least once. Okay, so back to the figure. You can see, yeah, not really much about him. I like him. He's a pretty cool figure. Not bad. Not great. Still, cool figure, though. I like him. So let's go on to the archers. Archers, you get 2 of these guys, and they have green hoods, which I really like. You get 2 of them. So they're basically identical. The heads are identical, and they both have double-sided heads. The same back printing that I showed you earlier. And you can see his double-sided head. Wish they would have maybe included a little bit slightly different heads, but it's okay, I guess. You can't really see them under the hoods most of the time, like in the movie and stuff, you know. So it's a pretty cool figure, except basically he just has a hood and some extra accessories other than him. So it's really it for him. So let's go on to probably my favorite figure in the set. Okay, so last figure is Thranduil, and I don't know if I'm saying it right. I really want to say Thranduil, but that's not right. It says Thranduil on the front. So you can see he is very cool looking. He is absolutely sweet. The only problem that I really have with it is the rubbery part, of course. You know, I always get mad at Lego about that, but I don't know, they're probably not going to stop anyways. But the crown on him looks really cool. I really like the look of the crown. And the face is actually different than the other ones, and it fits the look of Legolas's dad in the movie. The movie coming up is going to be really good, hopefully. So he's going to play a pretty big part in the movie. So let's go ahead and take off his accessories. Thranduil without his armor or cape and stuff like that, you know. So he has some pretty nice torso printing and leg printing. The torso printing sort of looks like the mithril that Frodo wore and survived the cave troll stabbing him. You can see his face printing, and then he has double-sided head and pretty cool back printing. He's a little plain if you take off his accessories. I mean, it just looks like an elf with a robe now. So let's go ahead and put this hair on. See, it sort of just looks like a regular elf, you know. But I like him. He's pretty cool. I like the look of him. They did a great job making him look like the movie's character. So I can't wait to see what he does in the movie. So let's go on to the Warg. Here's our Warg that we get in the set, and this is one of my favorite parts, actually, getting another Warg. I have 3 Wargs now just because of this set. You can see it's a brown Warg, so it's very exclusive, and it's only in this set so far. Hopefully they come out with more Wargs and maybe Lord of the Rings sets or the next wave of Hobbit sets. You can see, very awesome. The jaws move up and down like the other Wargs, and then you get this little piece if you want to take off the saddle. Just do this. And I really like the look of the Wargs. They did a great job making these Wargs look accurate. So I really like the look of them. So let's go on to the actual set. Okay guys, so here's the actual model. Now this model is probably my least favorite out of any of the $30 sets. The model itself is just awful, you know, as you can see here. But the figures that they chose for the set are absolutely perfect. So let's go ahead and take a look at the model anyways. Up you get this little dinky ladder. I like the pieces they used on here. Also my neighbor actually pointed out that he really likes these pieces too. And the ladder's really small. You know, it's not really used for much. I don't know what it could be used for. It's pretty dinky. I don't like the look of this at the end, but it's not that bad of an accessory. It's cool to get some nice ladder pieces and stuff in there and some nice jail bar pieces. So let's go on to the actual wall and tree. Okay, so here's the actual wall kind of model thing, and I don't like it very much. I mean, it's still cool if you set it up like this. You know, it looks decent, I guess, but the wall is like very short. I mean, I don't know what is going to stay out of this. Some guy could easily jump and climb up this thing. And also, these low-lying tree branches could easily help someone climb up this thing. And that's pretty bad. But one thing that they actually did about the set is that you could put these shields here. So in case the enemies want protection, they can just grab that. And then basically get the elves' butts kicked. Because this is a horrible wall. And the elves, obviously, are not resembled in this model here, because they do not build little dinky walls like this in the movie. And also, yeah, really, flick missile. Of course, they've got to have one of these. It just doesn't really make sense to put missiles in Lord of the Rings. I mean, I guess it's used as like a arrow or something, I don't know, but they failed at it, let's just say that. Then you get some nice tree branches, I guess, and then one of the features that you can detach this wall. So maybe if you want to get some other ones, you can use it. So we're going to take a look at the tree now. Let's just move the wall away from here. Well, actually, let me show you the back of the wall really quick. You can set some guys up there, but there's really no catwalk or any walking space. So, yeah, not really much to that. And then over here, the wall is actually pretty tall. Or the tree is tall, not the wall. But you can see standing next to it, it actually is a pretty tall tree. So I like that. And then the thing that I have a problem with, though, on the tree is that you make this huge, awesome-looking tree, and then you give no space for the figures to walk on top. So that's pretty bad, I think. So that's probably one of my least favorite parts. And then over here, you get an extra bow and arrow, which is pretty cool. Right there, and then you get a little minifigure in there. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's only hooked by one thing, so... But you can see how that hooks over there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the spinning feature of this tree. There's 2 features overall, is that this spins, so you can basically move it around to your own desire where you want it. And then the other feature is that you can basically fling the elves at the orcs, which is pretty lousy of a feature. You basically hit that and it didn't really work very well. And also, this piece keeps breaking from the tree, and that's pretty weird. I don't know why it does that. And then down here, there's a barrel that has a jewel, a green jewel, and a green translucent stud. Thought I'd show you guys that. It has a nice little rounded piece at the top, and then the little catapult, of course, yeah. And then this thing flips down when you fire it, just like the Monster Fighter set with the werewolf in it. So that's really it for the set, so let's take a look at our ratings. Guys, now to the rating on this set. The rating for this set is going to be a 9.2. I like the set. It's a pretty cool, like, not actual model, but the figures they give you are absolutely awesome. I mean, 6 figures and a Warg in a $30 set is great. But one thing I don't like is that they give you a leader in a $30 set that's supposed to be an army builder. So if you get like 5 of these sets and you want to get army builders, you're going to get 5 of the same leader, which is sort of weird. They should have just included him in maybe like the Dol Dur battle. I don't know what they should have included him, but maybe, I don't know, make him in a poly bag or something. But this is just sort of weird. The model sucks. It's really bad. They didn't put any effort into it. They just sort of made it so you could buy it for the figures. That's really what I bought it for. The figures in the set really just draw the price up. And it's pretty decent. So I have mixed feelings on it, but it comes out to around a 9.2. So that's basically it for the review, guys. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed this review.